Ilona Maher, a controversial Olympic rugby star, was just featured on the cover of Sports Illustrated, which has been plagued with a lot of conversations about body positivity, the body inclusivity movement, because they have featured plus size models before. Ilona Maher, the last time we talked about her, was getting a lot of pushback on social media because she is a very masculine looking woman. I'm not saying that to be insulting. It's even something that she has openly talked about. And she says when she gets these comments saying like this is a trans guy, like this is a dude, it actually does hurt her feelings. And I felt like she was refreshingly honest about that. And now that she's on this cover.
Do you think most people are kind of, it's bravado and they're like stuff people say doesn't bother me?
Yeah, definitely. It's this fake invincibility, and I appreciated that she was able to say, like, yeah, when people say hurtful things about me, it works.
It shouldn't be shocking.
It shouldn't be shocking, but it is. And now that she is on the Sports Illustrated cover, those comments are rolling in again. So let's show the image that was shared on Twitter. That's her. She has a strong jawline. She has big muscles, broad shoulders. This is the kind of physique that her sport requires, obviously. So, you know, she is an example of athletic excellence, but she is not the stereotypical image of a sex symbol that appeals to the so-called male gaze, right? And I looked at the feature that they gave her in Sports Illustrated, writing about her. They featured this slogan that is her personal motto: Beast, Beauty, Brains. Ilona Maher gracing the cover of our September issue is more than just a celebration of her athletic achievements. It's a powerful statement. If I were on the cover of this magazine and they said it was a powerful statement, that would be the most like backhanded compliment ever. But they continued, Ilona is a modern day role model of strength, conviction, and authenticity, while at the same time displaying the indomitable spirit of inspirational human. Her ability to break barriers on and off the field resonates deeply with women everywhere. Her presence on our cover symbolizes a shift in the narrative, one that celebrates not only physical prowess, but also the courage to lead, inspire, and advocate for change. We couldn't feel more excited and inspired by this revolutionary athlete and feminist trailblazer.
It's still the age where everybody has to act like they're running for president.
She's a feminist trailblazer.
Sometimes...
She didn't call herself that. Like, they did that.
One year, they just need to put, like, Madison Beer on the cover and just be like, sometimes it's just a woman in a bikini.
Yeah. Yeah, everything has to be so fake deep now.
like
it's a bikini photo shoot.
It's funny because earlier you're talking about like this is so shallow about Hawk Tua, and I'm like, I yearn for shallow. In a world where everybody has to pretend like they're doing something important for society, there is a reason why I tell you this podcast is not that. It will never be that. I don't care. I just want to give you something to listen to while you're bored at work doing laundry. I don't even care if you listen in both ears. Okay? Did it pass the time?
Well, this is being written about Ilona Maher not only because there is a demonization of male sexuality, of course, but also because they're trying to make her into an avatar for something that I don't even think she herself embraced.
Yeah.
And in this interview with them, she said, I was always, called masculine or whatever, but I never felt that way. I don't think you're going to bully the girl who could probably beat you up in a rage. I love that rugby showed me what I can do. It showed me how capable my body is, and it's not just a tool to be looked at and objectified.
I love that meme where the girl, the little girl winds up and hits the box, hits the thing at the bar, and then it shows the guy like quickly cleaning all the room.
Oh yeah.
She hits the heavy bag, hits it really hard, and then the guy's like, oh crap, and then starts cleaning everything in the house and doing the laundry.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Speed bag, not heavy bag.
Again, talking about like kind of like the subtext. I feel like what's messed up about the subtext about this is like, isn't she so brave being mid as fuck and being on a bikini?
I would so like feel insulted if these things were being written about me. I'm sure she doesn't feel.
Look at her not being hot and on a bikini on the cover. Like
if someone
is that what they're saying?
Someone called a photo of me in a bikini a statement,
it's like okay.
I would not feel like that was a compliment, actually, right?
Yeah.
And
that's what I'm saying.
And I see a lot of people commenting like, actually, this is what true body positivity was always supposed to be.
Nice.
And that would be like really wholesome if that were true. I am cynical and I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
I would challenge all of these companies for 1 year to make no articles that try to make stuff feel deeper and more important.
Their
than it
minds
is.
will explode.
Here's another headline. Ilona Maher is Sports Illustrated's latest swimsuit cover model. Will that change how we judge women's bodies?
I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I can see the future. I can. Did you know that? I can see the future.
That's crazy.
No. The answer.
Wow.
The answer is no.
No. Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Not possible. Never going to happen.
It comes off as
That's-
condescending not only to the woman on the cover of the magazine, but also the people viewing it. Like, the statement here that's being said is, she needs the validation and you need to feel a little uncomfortable. Like, that's the statement that's being made here.
Because feminists always want to make men feel uncomfortable. Like the next Star Wars director, she wants
I
to
like
make
make men feel uncomfortable. I enjoy making men feel uncomfortable.
That's the whole point, right?
Like,
what
is she
would be
Indian?
subversive?
Yes.
What would be subversive if it wasn't for making men feel uncomfortable?
Right.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with this girl looking the way she does. Obviously, she has to. It's her job.
Like,
It's her job. But she's
never-
not a sex symbol.
I'm going to let you in on a little secret.
Go ahead.
In the entire history of bikini of calendar bikini models, has a bikini calendar ever been purchased because the dude wanted to feel uncomfortable? Never, not once in history. I have never sampled. I've never done an official study, but I can confidently say that nobody buys such things to be uncomfortable.
Look, this Ilona seems like a very sweet,
Yes,
affable,
and I
charming
feel bad
woman.
for her being used as
She-
cannon fodder
Yes.
for weird progressive ideology.
This is
She's
how I
being
feel
used.
about the Romeo and Juliet chick. Also, it's like she's like. Oh, all right.
Well, I think that's even that is different because the chick who is playing Juliet with Tom Holland is in a visual medium for a living. This is different. She is in her career for her skill set, and she happens to look a certain way as a result of that.
I don't know.
So forcing her into a different category just feels like she's being used for an agenda, and it's condescending to the people who are receiving that message and to her. And again, I feel like this is another example of like anti-woke rhetoric being retooled into an acceptable woke context. Every time that I see like a video of a runway show where the models are disabled, right? Or they have like
What?
vitiligo or some random bullshit like that. Or they have like surgical scars. People in like right-wing circles like to say, oh, this is actually what inclusivity was all about. The only problem is when it included obesity because that's unhealthy. Well, I don't know. Like, should women in wheelchairs be considered our standard of beauty or our sex symbols? That doesn't seem right to me either. That seems like glorifying something that objectively is wrong with them.
Are they hot though?
I'm not saying that to demean anybody or debase anyone. Obviously, they can't help if they are disabled, but it's a visual medium.
No, I'm on Brett's line of thinking where it's like I want it as shallow as possible.
It's just surface level, no deeper.
Like, I don't think that women in
like my daughter.
wheelchairs should be in the Victoria's Secret Angel fashion show. No. And if that makes me seem like a heartless, cold
What if it's
individual,
Sydney
like,
Sweeney in a
fine.
wheelchair?
Like,
Like what then?
this is literally the level
What
of the
then?
discourse right now.
I mean,
I can't. Like I'm yearning for somebody to come out and be like, it's literally not deep. I have no desire to show you anything of any meaning.
Oh,
I
nice.
just want to show you this. Like you were talking about it earlier, but you're like, oh, it's all slop. I'm like, good. Slop.
No, I mean-
everywhere.
there's different. I mean,
Anything as long as it's not somebody telling me that's
You're like,
something.
give me skibbity toilet
Give
right
me
now.
skibbity toilet all day if it means I don't have to hear about random ass corporate America feeding me a bunch of bullshit and telling me that it has some
Right.
deeper meaning. It does not.
beauty isn't slop. Beauty isn't slop. Slop is
You have to
like
sift through the slop to find the
Yeah.
beauty.
no objective beauty is not slop. Is what I'm saying.
I mean, this is a rejection of the idea that there should be beauty standards altogether.
hot chicks in
and this is
bikinis
the-
is not slop.
This is the idea that you can you can actually recondition people to find different things beautiful, and that's never going to happen.
Not on a massive scale.
And I think genuinely, in her own way, she is an example of beauty and excellence, but it's not the Sports Illustrated bikini model. It's not that.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But stop trying to force.
Is Rugby Monthly a thing? Put her on the cover of Rugby Monthly.
Our first, I think our first live was about Elon's mom being on Sports Illustrated. I was like, get that old
and
lady
they
out
put
of here.
Martha Stewart on the cover, and they also put like plus size models who are overweight on the cover.
Look. Nobody is going to come to me and be like, Brett, do you want to be on the cover of Men's Health? It's never going to happen. Do you know why? Because it wouldn't make any sense.
I don't know, bro. You're looking trim.
Thank you.
It's always the most toxic people that seem to care about upholding standards like this. Like, okay, we know now that Les Wexner, who was in charge of Victoria's Secret for a long time, was a close buddy of Jeffrey Epstein. But he oversaw the best years of Victoria's Secret when their fashion show was actually popular, when the models were skinny and tall, and they were not disabled, scarred, maimed, or obese in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And yet he was a terrible person.
Yeah.
How do we make sense of that? How do we reconcile these two facts?
Can we find somebody who's less of a scumbag to also uphold that standard?
I don't think we can. The more time goes on, the more I think maybe we have toxic people, overseeing the most successful franchises and brands.
I was having this discussion with someone recently. Where the hell was I having this discussion? I think we were talking about it on Friday. I said, look, to be successful, like when you meet somebody they run a huge empire, like somebody who starts Victoria's Secret, or they're a ruthless Hollywood producer. Maybe they're not Harvey Weinstein, but some people have gotten screwed on some business deals, and not everybody left that relationship happy. Like you don't reach a certain level of success with a nice guy image.
Scooter Braun. Look at that guy.
Yeah.
Got absolutely raked over the coals for being, cutthroat in business.
So can we find like a middle ground where maybe he's not an absolute scumbag
who's friends with Epstein?
Who's friends with Epstein? Maybe they just kind of like did some one-sided business deals and didn't go to Little St. James. Can we find a middle ground there?
That would be awesome.
That'd be great.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.